Sawchuk with PressPlus1.com, and I'm here on the tour bus with the lead singer of Emerson Drive. And how are you doing today? We're at the Calgary Stampede.
Stampede again for another year for us. It's been 13, I think, in a row. So
13 Stampedes in a row.
Yeah,
wow. Which one stands out the most so far?
I don't know if well, I guess probably going back when we first started playing like bars and clubs here in Calgary, doing like 2 or 3 venues a day, and just kind of building that fan base in the area and kind of really paying our dues, I guess, for the first few years. So it's really incredible now to come back here and do an hour-and-a-half show and have people sing along to the songs that have been singles on the radio. It's a pretty great feeling.
Absolutely, especially here at Nashville North, because it's the hard place to get into during Calgary Stampede.
Right.
But anyway, so you guys just released your most recent album, Believe. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, 4th album from us, and pretty exciting. I mean, obviously every album that you're able to do, hopefully that means that you're making a step forward in your career and things are going well. So for us, over the last 10 years of having a record deal and making albums, this, I think, by far has kind of come full circle for us when it comes to the sound, the songs, the whole process of it. And I think it's the best one yet. So I think each album, if you can make a step up and say that you've done a better job than the last, hopefully that's a good thing.
Yeah, and it was produced by the same guys who did Alabama,
yeah,
who were actually an influence of yours.
That's
Did you ever think something like that would happen?
No, growing up as a kid, I mean, Alabama was a pretty huge influence for our group, and now one of the guys, the bass player for the group Alabama, produces our last 2 albums, and that's a pretty cool thing. You got to pinch yourself sometimes because he's part of a super group, and it's pretty cool that he is wanting to work with a group like us and sees the potential, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. And so your latest single is "I Love This Road," and on your blog, on your MySpace, it says it's a pretty emotional song for you guys.
I think the whole album basically is kind of the emotion over the last couple of years in our career. I mean, we've kind of gone through the ups and downs of the music industry. I mean, having our very first #1 song with Moments a couple of years ago, got nominated for a Grammy Award. We lost our bass player to suicide. I mean, there's just so many things that really played into this album, and just believing at the end of the day that this is what we're supposed to be doing, even though you go through a bit of tragedy, finding the the positive in life and in music as well too. There's been so many people that have been affected in a positive way by the song Moments that it makes you appreciate how big music really is.
Of course. And then the music video for "I Love This Road" it actually has personal video footage that you guys took.
Well, month of May we were on a tour across Canada called the Believe Tour, and we brought along our camera and just taped every day, and it's more or less of a giving back to the fans and the people that bought tickets for the shows and have supported our group for quite a while. So it shows the behind scenes stuff of what we do on everyday road life, and it's a fun video.
Yeah, well, and that's like you guys have your video blogs as well called eDrive TV.
Yeah, you bet.
And the funniest one I found was when you pranked the new artist with you guys, Justin Moore.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. We introduced him to bus life right away, and he had a good time, so it was nice to be able to make a bit of a video clip out of that and tease him a bit with it. So.
Yeah, do you guys prank each other a lot on the road?
Yeah, it happens every day.
What's the worst one so far?
I don't know if there's a really bad one. I mean, no one needs to get hurt out here, but it's it's one of those things where every day someone's usually coming up to one of us in the band and just kind of kicking them in the leg and just saying, like, how could you do that to me on stage? There's a lot of pranks on stage. If you watch close, you'll see them tonight.
Can you give us any hints? Any
just watch the guitar player Danik. I usually pick on him quite a bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
See if maybe we can catch some of that.
Yeah.
And so I was also looking on your MySpace, and there's an album, LA Ink. And I was going to ask if they were real, because they almost don't look real in the album. But there we go. We have proof.
Yeah.
What's the story behind that?
Well, each of us got a different tattoo on LA Ink, and that was a pretty cool experience too.
Oh, so we can see it live on the show?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
We taped that a couple of years ago. It was right after Moments went #1, and it was really neat to go into their studio, and they haven't really had a lot of country artists come through there, so for us to go in there and tell them our story and play them a couple songs, it was great to meet Kat and her whole staff, and yeah, everyone just got something that resembled Emerson Drive and our first #1.
Okay, and yours is at ED?
ED with the #1 through the middle of it.
Oh, you got it on there?
There you go. Yeah, got it.
And you guys recently played at the NASCAR races. Are you fans?
Yeah, I mean, all of us have, growing up, if it's been on the snowmobiles or the quads in the summertime, anytime there's horsepower behind a couple wheels, that's usually a pretty
boys.
fun thing. Yeah, exactly. So it's been pretty awesome to sing the anthems at some of these races, and then just kind of be a part of the crowd as well.
Is there any other sports that you're big fans of?
Well, everything for me. I mean, I love golf, football, baseball, and everything.
I'm surprised hockey wasn't the first one, being Canadian.
Well, absolutely. I guess hockey would be the first one. Yeah, it's kind of hard to find in Nashville because we've been living there for 9 years, and actually playing in a men's league down there that is more or less of a beer league like we have back home here. So it's nice to be able to play hockey still. But yeah, growing up as a kid, obviously, if you weren't on a pair of skates by the time you were 2, something was wrong. So
exactly. And so you guys seem to be super great with your fans, and you just held a fan club Emerson Drive party.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, that's during Fan Fest every year in Nashville, and it's such a great opportunity for fans to come to Nashville, meet their favorite artist. Every artist does a fan club party for whoever wants to be a part of it, and it's just a good week where the artists give back to the fans that spend the money on gas, getting to the shows, the hotel rooms, the food. I mean, a fan base that gets built over a career is something that keeps you going and gives you longevity. So you have to be accessible, and you have to give back to the people that make you enjoy your living.
Of course. And so what's the next single that we can expect?
Well, after I Love This Road, we haven't really talked about that yet, but there'll be at least another 3 off of this album before we start moving on to the next. So we got a little ways to go yet, but it's just nice to have a new album out in stores now, and obviously for playing in the live show, a bunch of music that hopefully folks are going to be singing along to tonight.
Of course. Well, thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
I'm Amanda Wasek with Press Plus One, and we'll see you next time.